Hola, my name is Alison Zapata. I'm here to show you how to make a tin corazón. This is actually a tin heart made from an old soda can. Just have a little hanger on here for you. I'm going to show you how to make this today. Now this tin corazón is actually derived or inspired by tiny milagros, which are little symbols made out of tin that are put onto saints in churches, and they're typically made to symbols for prayers that are unanswered. Sometimes they're made for body parts, made as if somebody breaks a bone, you would put them in the church and pray for healing on the body part that was broken or sick. Animals, sometimes they're little animals, sometimes they're houses, sometimes they're food, and these are all in the hopes of having, like I said, your prayers answered. So the heart is a symbol for romantic connections, and these today a lot of the milagros or these tin decorations are made in the Mexican states of Jalisco and Oaxaca, and they're typically made by families of tinsmiths. So get your stuff together because we're going to be making these today with very simple stuff that you probably have around your house. Get ready for some crafting.
The items you'll need for today's project are a pair of scissors, a pencil with a good eraser, a chopstick, or a paintbrush. We're going to use the end, and colorful Sharpies, and an old soda can. Old doesn't have to necessarily be old, but a decent one. Okay, the next step is for us to cut our can. This part I would definitely advise having an adult do this. I've done this many times with students, but it does take a little bit of finesse, and I don't want any kids to get cut on this. So please, if you're doing this project, ask an adult to help you. And all you have to do is take your can, carefully poke through the can, and cut the top off. Next, we're going to go down the side. And we're going to cut open the bottom. Again, just be careful with this part. Just taking very short cuts in it. Like that. Just a little bit of water still in there. Okay, so now I have this. What I'm going to do is take this and just carefully cut off the extra edges here. So try to get a nice flat piece of aluminum. Cut off any sharp points. To stay flat, if you just take it over the edge of your table, just like that a little bit, that'll roll it out flat. Okay, now we're going to get ready to draw out our tin heart designs. You want to make sure that your drawing is going to fit on this space. So one way to do that is to fold your paper into 6 squares so that your biggest drawing space will definitely fit on here. So just go ahead and fold your squares just like that. And no matter how much you draw in here, it should fit on your tin square. Okay, so first design is a heart with a Mexico ribbon on it. Okay, so what I like to do when I'm doing hearts is I like to have one dot on top of the other so that my heart center is centered. And I'm going to go ahead and make one candy cane and another candy cane, just like that. And I'm going to put a little flame coming off the top. Wait, no, before I do that, let's do back up. I'm going to make some lace going around it, and I simply add a series of smiles or W's kind of going around the piece. like that. Now, a flame, another flame, and a final flame. And here I'll make a curve shape, and I'm going to write the word Mexico, but I have to write it backwards. Because when I put it on my metal, I'm going to need it to be reversed. Okay, so that's one design. Another one is a flower, a heart with a flower on it. So again, I'm going to put line up my centers, 1 and 2. Above it here, I'm going to put a flower. So I'm going to make my circle. Just start overlapping my petals, just like this. Okay. Then next layer, I'm going to bring my petals in, around and around, just like that. Now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to add 2 leaves, 1 and 2. Add the centers, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, just like that. Now again, I love that lace look, so I'm just going to keep adding. So it's kind of like a smiles, row of smiles going around that. Okay, I'm going to close it up here and here. Looks good to me. Okay, last one. Last one is going to be a heart with 2 wings on it. So I'm going to turn it this way this time. And I need my heart to be just a little bit smaller. 1, 2. Okay, it's a little lopsided, but that's okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my wings. 1 and 2. That will definitely fit on here. Now, curl it back. Bunch of candy canes. And then I'm going to add a second layer here. And it kind of goes off, but I'll fix that later. Next, I'm going to add a crown. And the top of the flower. Here I can add some dots. Okay, looks good. So now you have 3 choices of a type of tin heart that you would like to make. You can also mix different things in here. So if you want to add the dots to this one, you can do that. Okay. If you want to add leaves to the side of this, you can. If you want to add wings to this and it will fit on your tin, then you can do that. Okay. It's up to you how you want to do this. So take time now, draw out your design, and come right back. Okay, so out of the designs, I like these 2 the best, but I think I like this top the best. So I actually redrew that, and I'm going to add that banner that says Mexico. That works here. There we go. On this one, just to make it exactly what I want. Okay, beautiful. Alright, this is exactly what I want. So now I'm going to take my time and cut out my shape. I like to cut a little bit outside of that black line. going to take this and add it to the back of my tin. Using my Sharpie, I'm going to trace my shapes again. Good to draw this a couple times just so you can get it exactly how you want it to be. And usually by the time you draw it out the second or the third time, you get the design that you really like. Okay, so now here I'm going to finish adding my design from the inside. Just redrawing it, that's all. Leaves, and here's my leaves again, and my heart in the center. Let's get that. I like to line my dots up again. Boom, boom. Okay, great. And here's my Mexico. Okay, looks good to me. Now we are going to take our time to cut this out. Again, if you need to ask a parent or an adult to help with that, please do. I've worked with several hundred kids on a project using cans, and usually don't have any injuries. But the key is, if you're pretty young, I would suggest asking an adult to help you with this part. I don't need anybody to get hurt. But taking my time, going around my shapes, rather than taking my scissors and using my scissors to turn and make those shapes, I turn the can into the blade. So if I need to get into those tight shapes, kind of weave it in and out by turning the can, keeping the scissors still, and just turning the can. Okay, now I have my shape for the back side. This is where you'll need this towel. Make sure it's nice and flat. And you can use a chopstick or the back of a paintbrush, either way. Taking that and redrawing your lines. Just taking and going over the drawn lines. You're trying to do what's called embossing. And embossing is the technique of using an instrument to dig into the metal, rub into the metal, so that when you flip it over, you're going to get that shape or that relief. So take your time, just kind of pushing out those shapes. Pretty good. I'm going to try that chopstick. That works pretty strong, yeah. Okay, so taking my time, we're going to add some color to the shape. So I'm going to just take my Sharpie and fill in some of the metal pieces here. So I have my leaf right here. Sharpie. And I'm going to come in on top of this with a pink. The edge lace I'm going to make blue. Actually, I'm going to add in these colors here. Add in the edge lace blue shape, blue color. I'm going to redefine some of those edges with my Sharpie here so that it looks really nice and clean. The Sharpie. Do my outline first. I don't want to push it down too much because then it will push down the embossing that I just did. So here we are. Coloring that in. Looking really good. Okay. Now, I'm going to get these edges a little bit cleaner. Okay, and then my banner here, I want that to be a light color, so I'm going to do it yellow so that when I add my Mexico letters, it will really pop out. Okay, so I'm going to do that in purple. Let's see, I have this darker purple. I'm going to redo my flowers. So that really pops out. And I'm going to add some of these embellishments. It's a pattern along the edge. I see, I'm actually going to outline this too. Okay, excellent. Okay, next we're going to do is how to display this. When you want to hang this, you have to have some kind of device on the back so that you can hang it up easily. I use a cardboard box, like a cereal box. Take one of the tabs here, simply cut that off, just like that. Give it a little fold. That fold is where you're going to glue the piece down. If you have a hole puncher, go ahead and hole punch a little spot in it. If not, use your scissors. Sort of dig a hole in there. Now, you could use any kind of glue, but I like hot glue. If you happen to have a hot glue gun, that's great. You can ask an adult to help you with that. Just glue that little section down. Get rid of those little spider webs. And there you have it. Your own Mexican tin heart.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed this how-to video on making a Mexican tin heart. I hope you join me for my other 2 videos through the Arts Education Collaborative on Mexican folk art. Adios!